Shalom, Yasharala. It's your brother Mashaya coming at y'all with a quick edifying video through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakodash. So I want to go into this video going into an influencer dies by suicide after losing Instagram followers. She built her world around her followers. So that just goes to show you how vain and self-centered and just idiotic these Babylonians, so-called Americans, are. Like, it's insane how vain these people are and the things that they will do when they don't get the self gratification and validation from others. But it says the tragic death of 24-year-old Indian content creator Maisha Agarwal has reignited urgent conversations about the psychological toll of influencer culture and the growing crisis of digital validation in the social media age. It says Agarwal, who was just days away from celebrating her 25th birthday, died by suicide on April 24th, a devastating end to what her family described as months of deepening depression linked to her online following. Once aspiring to reach 1 million followers on Instagram, Agarwal reportedly became distraught after her follower count began to drop, a spiral that ultimately led to her death. And all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Her family revealed in an emotional public statement, "My little baby sister had built her world around her Instagram and her followers." The statement read according to Hindustan Times. When her followers started decreasing, she became distraught and felt worthless. Look at this idiot. This complete idiot. So it says, according to the post, Agarwal had frequently cried to family members about her fear of losing online support, fearing it would mean the end of her career as a digital creator. Despite reassurances from loved ones, her emotional state continued to deteriorate. She became so overwhelmed that she took her own life, leaving our family devastated, the family wrote. Agarwal's passing has sent shockwaves through the creator community and prompted celebrities and mental health advocates to speak out. Indian actor Taapsee Pannu responded to the incident via Instagram, calling the news heartbreaking and voicing concern over the growing obsession with virtual validation and social media metrics. Mental health experts say the tragedy highlights a disturbing trend: the increasing psychological vulnerability of young people, particularly influencers whose careers and self-worth are often tethered to online approval. This is a painful reminder that numbers on a screen can dictate someone's emotional state, said clinical psychologist Dr. Nia Vyas. Social media platforms are engineered for engagement, not mental resilience. The pressure to remain relevant and adored online is crushing and dangerous when left unchecked. And just to give a quick testimony about myself, when I was younger, I used to take a lot of, not selfies, but I would take a lot of, I would call them unique pictures, and I'll edit how the pictures will come out. I wanted to be a photographer at one point in my life, and being young and uploading that stuff on Instagram, I used to be, you could say, obsessed with seeing how many people like my photo. Like, I would literally hit the post button on Instagram on my photo, and then I would instantly put my phone away and just build up anticipation and excitement to see who would like my photos and how many likes I would get on my photos, and just that dopamine release that you get when you see somebody liking your photo. So it could get quite addicting, but through the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, he got me out that mindset and out that spirit. But It says Argwal's story is not an isolated case. As platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube continue to grow in influence, so does the weight placed on digital identities, often without adequate mental health support. Researchers and mental health professionals are calling for systematic changes, including platform-level interventions like digital well-being tools, mental health support for creators, and public education campaigns around online validation. Creators need more than likes. They need real human support, said social media researcher Ananya Mahata. The chase for digital fame shouldn't come at the cost of someone's life. A family's plea, a wake-up call for the industry. Maisha Argwal's death has become a haunting symbol of the negative consequences of social media fame. Her family hopes that by sharing her story, others will seek help before reaching a breaking point. If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts, all right, we don't have to read that. All right, so the precept that I got, or the precepts I got, is Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 14. It says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity. All is vanity, meaninglessness. I don't even know if I said that right. Meaningless and vexation of spirit. So trying to get all this validation and validation from these people who I guarantee you she probably didn't even know most of her followers. But trying to get all this validation from dust and ashes is insane. But at the same time, I could see from her from her point of view, because I used to be like that in a way. But at the end of the day, committing suicide and just offing yourself is just insane. And I got 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy. And all of this is going on right now. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse as the days go on, the months go on, and the years. Baratazah, it's not a lot more years. Baratazah, we how Bashim Al-Shah's will. We get out of this hellhole this year. But I pray that we're spiritually prepared for that day. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakodash. I pray our brothers and sisters were edified. Shalom.